Out the Bahamas, and they keep how to dance to it? I don't either. Get your own.
It's the beat right here. You ready? Hey! Yo! What's happening, man? You already know what it is. This is Twice Talk, and we are listeners supported by 91.5 The Rebel, HD2, Las Vegas, the broadcast service of UNLV. And of course, I'm always accompanied by the amazing Oak. How you doing today?
I'm good today.
Oh, I'm good today. You sound real devious.
I didn't want to say great.
Oh, you sound real devious, like you got something up your sleeve or something. I do. Oh, it's all right.
No, I'm just joking.
Well, I hope Mr. Marshall is on his toes. If you guys didn't realize, we got the lefty, legendary Las Vegas resident right here in the building with us, Mr. Anthony Marshall. He is a professional basketball player and going all over the globe, many places. We're going to get into that, but how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to be here with y'all. I appreciate y'all having me come in and spend time with y'all. I love what y'all doing here, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Man, that's love, man. That's love.
Media trained, honey.
He's already
media trained. He is ready.
That's her. That's exactly what she do. So she know all of the tips, tricks, secrets,
that's what's up.
And everything in the media.
Media trained, honey.
So how is it? Because we know you're the hometown kid. How did the UNLV experience treat
you? It was great. Everything I envisioned. One of the reasons I wanted to stay here and play for the home team. Growing up here, when you think about UNLV, you think about the '90s. So as a kid, that's something I wanted to bring back to Vegas. Just the excitement and have everybody talking about UNLV wearing hoodies and beanies and all that. And I think I helped. Do a pretty good job of that.
You did.
So. Sure
most definitely you did. You represented for sure.
Try to.
Yeah, running rebels. So
that's what's up.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something.
No, I'm saying that's what up. I think that a lot of people started wearing the Rebel gear once again when you were all over billboards and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right.
It became really cool. Like in the '90s, what are you like? Are you referring to specific players?
Just the whole environment. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You had Greg Anthony, Stacey Yeldman, Larry Johnson, all those, and they brought a sense of excitement to Vegas in the community. You know what I'm saying? That's you see Pac wearing the UNLV sweatshirt.
It was
you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when it came down to me picking a school, I kind of wanted to bring that back to here. You know what I mean? So now you see Fabulous wearing jerseys at Dre's and stuff like that. So I think it's coming all full circle.
Yeah. UNLV's and Las Vegas is starting to get more love.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So UNLV was your number one choice?
Actually, I almost committed to going to two different schools. I almost committed to going to Miami, the U, and almost committed to going to UCLA. But when it came down to it, I weighed out the pros and cons, and at the end of the day, I had more pros with UNLV than cons, and growing up, my family really didn't know how good I was at basketball, so I feel like they missed out on a lot.
Yeah.
So when I got to college, I was like, I really want to experience this with them and bring them along on the ride. So when it came down to it, I had to pick UNLV.
That's what's up. I like that. So
we do know that when you're playing basketball, man, you started real young and at an early age, you started excelling. You was on the varsity team, freshman year.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you feel about going into a situation and all eyes are on you?
I just kind of embraced it. My whole life I've always grown up playing with people older than me.
Yeah.
So you got to go out there. It's a dog eats dog world on the court. You know what I mean. So you got to go out there and hold your own, and that kind of just prepped me for everything after. Once I got to high school, the coach kind of just threw me in the fire.
Yeah.
And I remember in high school, my first freshman game on varsity was against Rancho. And y'all beat us, and I had to hold like Terrence, and he was like one of the top players in the city.
Yeah, for sure.
And that just kind of prepared me for everything else. So I embraced it. I love the challenge. I'm just one of those type of guys. When it's tough and nobody expects you to come out on top. That's on my embracing.
Oh yeah, you like being an underdog?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely get you that little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's how I've been my whole life. And I kind of think that's just.
That is so American. It is.
Think everybody just has a chip on their shoulder all the time.
That's an American thing. No, I'm saying like cheering for the underdog, being like liking to be the underdog. That's like an American, like
right.
Like
yeah, definally. It's coming from the bottom and seeing people.
And rise.
Who don't like success stories? They're like one of the best stories. I don't want to say every, but there's so many great movies that had success stories that just won so many awards.
And definitely, you watching stuff like that. If you're going through a tough time or you feel like you're at the bottom, you see something like that, it makes you want to do great.
Yeah,
you know what I
mean? Man, and it gives you belief and hope.
Exactly.
So, where did your confidence come from? You had to get confidence at an early age. What propelled it, or what was the?
Or did you have it at a young age, or did you have to develop that?
I think it's something just was naturally in me. Like I started getting into basketball when I was 3 due to my uncle. And like I said,
early.
Yeah, like I just always had a ball with me. Yeah, I love it.
Prodigy.
You know what I mean? I just had a ball with me always, and just growing up playing against him, and then the environment I grew up in, it's tough. So like I said, you be playing against older guys, and if you're nice, they're gonna pick you. If you're not, you gotta get off the court. So I had to be nice because I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And just playing with them gave me the confidence. So once I started playing against kids my own age, it's like I played against people 10 times better than y'all. So this really ain't nothing to me. And it's just always been like that. So I think that's where my confidence comes from.
Oh, okay.
Do you tend to be like cocky on the court?
I got a little swagger. I feel like as a player, you gotta have that.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta boast a little bit. Because if you don't, people don't really respect you. Mm-hmm. Like you take Kevin Durant for example, humble dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Very soft spoken, but on the court you could tell like he's kind of cocky.
Yeah.
And I think as a good player, you gotta have that.
So, what has basketball taught you? Like, what kind of life lessons has it installed into you?
Just togetherness, how to work as a team.
You think that's important?
Oh, definitely. Outside of basketball and business, you have to be able to work with people, network with people, communicate with people, and basketball has taught me that also how to be a leader.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be a follower in order to be a leader. And basketball has taught me that. It's a lot of life values that you can learn through basketball.
Most definitely.
That was one of those nuggets we gotta say.
Those little nuggets.
To be a good leader, you gotta follow.
Yeah, definitely.
The best leaders are usually the best followers.
Exactly. And start somewhere.
And you can't lead in everything.
No,
and like you said, it takes a team. I like to say that it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah. And you don't start off as a follower. As a leader. Yeah, you start off as a follower, and a child is in essence a follower. So like training them up or incorporating those leadership qualities into a person and letting that come together. Oh man, it's
a beautiful evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It sounds like it's a lot of discipline in basketball.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just not on the basketball aspect. You gotta eat right, train your body right. If you're in school, you gotta do your homework, make sure that's on time. Because if you don't make the grades, you can't play.
Yeah.
Ultimately you want to be on the court, so you got to do homework. It's a lot of time management.
So you never got any favoritism from any of your professors?
No.
No,
they was all pretty much.
What?
I'm like me. I've always kind of been shy.
I don't believe that.
In the classroom, I'm kind of the kid that's in the back, but I'm paying attention. I'm locked in, I'm focused, but I'm in the back. So they don't really know who I am, most of the time. So they really don't pay favoritism like that.
No, they don't.
You can't sit here and tell me.
So they don't read Anthony Marshall and be like,
yeah, they grade my. If I miss a question, I get it wrong. They not just letting me slide. And I appreciate that because it prepares you for the real world. In the real world, people aren't going to let you get by all the time and stuff like that. So by them doing that, show me like you got to take everything serious in life.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Media, you can cut the
malarkey.
You can cut the malarkey. We know you had all the girls doing your homework. No. We know how that goes. I did the whole same thing.
If you have all the girls doing your homework, what you gonna do when you get to the test?
You don't know nothing. I'm gonna look at the next person.
Nah, I see.
I'm better.
How you know they stuff right?
Because I told them to study.
That's crazy.
I'm better at doing tests than homework.
Yeah.
I know it sounds retarded, but
how?
Because I'm just like sometimes testing is more about reasoning.
With testing is
reasoning skills. It is.
So you got reasoning skills.
Some people test better than others.
I'm the same way.
Some people just test better, and some smart people are really bad at testing. It's true.
Since you are the smartest in the room, so yeah. And I don't know why.
I needed Slim to co-sign for me. I was like, isn't it? He was like, yes. I'm like, okay, go with it. That's funny. But speaking of girls doing homework, how is it being like one of the top athletes at a college? Like, are the girls like constantly trying to get your attention, or are they like afraid to approach you? Like, do you find yourself approachable by women?
It's half and half. Like, people tell me I'm stuck up or cocky.
Oh, for real? You get to stuck up?
But I think it's like I said, I grew up shy, so I'm not really. You speak to me, then I speak.
Right.
I'm just not going. I'm not that person that just speaks. Yeah. whatever. So you get the double-edged sword or whatever. But I mean, all the girls in the college stuff coming from Vegas and growing up, you know, you got your older peers and stuff like that. They kind of prep you for stuff like that, so you don't, you know,
they prep you.
Yeah, like they don't want to
give us the tea.
They don't want to see you go down the wrong road. I mean, road. You know what I mean? Like they watch out for these girls. They only want you because you're doing this or who you are, and you know they want to see you be successful. So you know you gotta have older people that give you gems like that, and they kind of help me along the way.
Nuggets.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
The nuggets.
I need to say gems.
Yeah.
But okay, so they basically told you like focus on basketball, don't focus on the girls. They only like
definitely.
Because
I knew
you're an athlete.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted at the end point, and those are distractions. You know, Vegas. You know, it's a lot of failed stories because of girls or drugs, drinking, whatever
Or
the case may
becoming
be.
a father.
You know, so exactly. So I looked at that and like, that's not the route I want to go. You know, I'm trying to make a living out of playing basketball, and I know for me to do that, I have to do this and stay focused.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I always felt like basketball was my girl anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, especially, you know, all hoopers relate. All hoopers relate.
Exactly.
You know, you might sleep with the ball and everything. But
sleep with the ball?
For real.
Yeah.
Yes. That's co-sign? Oh, wow.
Sleeping with it, laying in bed, shooting.
Oh, you a hater.
Sleeping with this ball.
That's like deleting a 2K account.
Yeah,
the my player.
No, I'm just playing. I'm
my
joking.
Goodness. That's crazy.
So how is it though dating in Vegas? Like you say, like you have to steer clear of the women, or you know, listening to what older men told you, like, but you didn't completely stay away from them.
No, I mean at the end of the day, I'm a man, so you go on date and stuff like that. But
mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I'm not a
your person.
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not Mormon. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think dating in Vegas is pretty much the same everywhere. Yeah, you know what I mean? Especially with social media now, you know, like back in the day you would have like in the South they're more old fashioned where you know
they are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now in this 2017, it's social media, everybody's kind of everywhere now, so it's like a meshing pot. So I think dating is the same everywhere.
You're saying that because you're able to date people in other cities.
Yeah, that, and I just think people move around. You know, everybody's traveling, so more old. Like how I said, the South was old fashioned. People move here, and
they bring that.
Yeah, you know, it's different cultures everywhere.
Too.
So I think it's just like a big meshing pot. So there's no really distinctive difference between dating in each state. Yeah. Overall,
so like when people say like dating in Vegas is this, you just look at those posts and you're like this is stupid.
You're gonna go to Cali, it's gonna be the same. You're gonna go to New York, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Especially with social media, it makes everything so much smaller. Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it does make the world smaller.
What do you
Internet.
think, Twice? What do you think about dating in Vegas? Do you feel like it's the same as everywhere?
Don't do it.
Don't. It's just no.
No.
Don't do it.
No, because everybody hates each other.
Everybody. Who's everybody? What you mean?
Everybody hates one another. And then they don't, like themselves, so they're not gonna like the other person.
This guy's has bad experience.
They don't like. They don't like themselves.
No, they don't like themselves.
I would say that dating in Vegas is a little bit different than other cities because we are like we're a travel destination. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times we will meet men or women from out of state, and then they come here and they want something crazy to happen. They're like, "Oh, I'm in Vegas. This is gonna happen." Like they already have a plan on their
already
head.
have expectations.
So when they come here and you meet somebody, or they meet somebody when they come here, it usually just stays here.
Tell us about it.
Well, so listen.
Nothing that I've been through.
So everybody has expectations, and the issue is how many times do your expectations actually happen? Not often. So with that being said, when your expectations don't happen, you kind of don't have a connection with the situation anymore. So that's why people are jumping from place to place to place to place.
That leads to a good question though. How often are we getting into relationships? Like, if you got in a relationship or met somebody, like, do you right away set expectations or do you just let it unfold?
I think you let it unfold because if you set expectations, you set yourself up for failure if it doesn't reach that.
Yeah.
And back to what you're saying, like people come to Vegas and they expect something. I think it's the same way. Like people from Vegas that's never been to Miami or Atlanta, they go down to those places. They expect something. You know what I mean? So,
and get major love. Oh,
I think I was basing it off of like because we live here, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying like the people in Miami can experience the same thing here?
Yeah, basically, like
but
people from Vegas can go to Miami and be like, people want to come to Vegas and wild out or whatever. Yeah. I feel it's the same when people like Miami, or Atlanta or LA.
Yeah,
you know what
I guess
New York.
I can say that that's parallel with the major cities.
And then
but
like at one point in time, we was just the only city that had like day parties and pools. Now everybody
has
so
that.
It's
right.
the same experience everywhere now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of. That's like major cities though.
Yeah.
Like my sister, she lives in Northern Cal, and everybody's in a relationship.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, no one's really single. She said another point she said was it's expensive to be single.
It's expensive
Rent is so high.
Yeah, you
So
said
she
that's
was like,
the new
everybody's in
hustle.
a relationship, which was hilarious. But she was like, it's really like true. Like everybody's booed up, and it's really boring there. So
I can understand that.
So I can see people in cities like that where it's really boring, not a lot going on,
slow, yeah.
and it's like it's nothing else to really do, or you don't get the chance to meet so many people that your standards may become, smaller.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's
Welcome
pretty
to Las
deep.
Vegas.
That's pretty deep, and it can
deep.
get deeper. So, and you kind of mentioned about traveling, and basketball gave you the opportunity to travel around the world. Well, where did it actually go? Where did you go and play professionally?
My first year out of college, I went to Ukraine, and I was over there for like half a season, and then they started having a political war. It was like the government against the citizens, like so. It'd be like
civil war.
It was crazy. Like some days I wouldn't be able to go to practice because they'll be outside striking with guns and stuff. Like it got serious.
Grenades
like,
and
all that.
Yeah, like if you go on the internet, rocket launchers and stuff,
gunshots, all type of stuff. Like if you go on the internet, like you can find it.
You
like,
were strapped too?
No, I wasn't.
He said, "I'm getting in on me."
That happened, and then I actually had the opportunity to leave there and go play in Israel, which I love. That's like one of my favorite places.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's like
that's dope.
It's very Americanized. It's kind of like Miami or California Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, American food. It's a beautiful place.
Definitely didn't think that. I'm
and
like,
then,
yeah, Israel.
Yeah, it's nice. And then the 2 seasons after that, I played in Belgium. And that was pretty nice. They're pretty Americanized there. Also, that's one of my favorite places too.
Oh yeah.
So you prefer an Americanized city?
Oh yeah, definitely. It makes that transition easier. Like my first year in Ukraine, it was so hard for me because nobody spoke English. It was like an older city. It was always snowing, and some days I couldn't go to practice because I'd be snowed in. And a kid coming from Vegas, you
don't be seeing.
Like, what is this? You know what I mean? So it was kind of hard to adjust to that. And then the next couple places I went, it was pretty much better. And I like Belgium a lot because where I was, it was in the center of everything. So Paris was like a 4-hour train ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Amsterdam was a 2-hour drive. I ended up flying to Italy for like $65, and it was like a 2-hour flight. So I like that place a lot. Yeah, it's very nice.
So you got to see a lot of different cultures. Yeah, and stuff,
definitely.
Huh? What was your favorite part overseas, or like you said Belgium was your favorite place?
Yeah, between there, it's a toss up between there, Israel.
Okay,
yeah, I love both of those places.
Nice. Did you ever like meet up with another player that you knew?
Yeah, actually a couple of my teammates, like we had the same ages and stuff, so I knew them and stuff like that. Or I compete against a player that I played against in like high school or something like that. So
that's
yeah,
cool.
It's definitely after games we'll go out and have drinks and stuff like that. So it's always nice when you're in a foreign place and you see somebody you recognize and stuff like that. It makes it a little bit easier on you.
So it doesn't even matter if y'all really know each other. It's just like, hey, what's up?
Exactly. Like, I know you.
No
you know, I know your face. You know my face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's just hang out.
Yeah,
that's love, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
it makes it easier.
8,000 miles away from home.
Yeah,
that's,
it's just me and you over here. Yeah, we got to connect.
You don't have a choice. We're friends today.
Straight up.
That's cool.
So what's the cultural differences between here and over there where you were playing, Ukraine, Belgium, Israel? Was it like as far as like the women as well? Was it a lot different? Were they aggressive? Were they more passive? How do they interact?
I mean, it's pretty much the same here as far as the women. Like they know who the basketball players is. Simply put.
Yeah. Also, they're aggressive.
Yeah.
They're aggressive. They own it.
You and your section drinking. They trying to get over there just like here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then over there, it's not too many tall black people.
Men,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you stand out already.
All the time.
You know what I mean? And then as far as the cultural differences, like over here, you got the racism against like black, whites, Mexican stuff over there. Over there, it's American. You know what I mean? If you're American, if you're American, they look at you. Certain parts, like in Ukraine, they'll be like, look at you funny and stuff like that. But Israel and Belgium, they was like more accustomed. Like I said, they were more Americanized, so they were more welcoming to it. But like Ukraine, like you have dark skinned people over there, but they speak Russian and stuff like that, but they looking at you crazy. I see somebody, I'm like, oh, your brother, you know what I mean?
He speaks Russian.
I don't know you, bro. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, you know.
Was he black? Like you said, dark skin.
Yeah, like he was black, but he was Russian. Yeah, like they're Russian. Yeah,
they're really guarded.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, right.
Wow.
Okay, that's crazy. So in China, they have like this business etiquette. And when you hand over business cards, you have to hand it over with both hands. And if you don't accept it with both hands and give it with both hands, then there's going to be no deal. They're going to feel disrespected. Is there any kind of cultural kind of etiquette that a lot of people don't know, opposed to out here?
Over there with greetings and goodbye, like you kiss on the cheeks, men, women, and stuff.
Oh,
like
for real?
That. Yeah,
like we.
Yeah. And at first, it was like weird. Like, man, what you doing? But the more of you over there, you kind of embrace the culture. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that stood out to me.
So did you adopt that?
Did you adopt that?
With the women, I ain't. Give you a firm handshake, yeah.
He said a firm one, yeah. Give a firm one, for sure.
But, I mean, that's just part of their culture. That's how they was brought up, you know what I mean? So, can't knock
with
it.
the women alone.
With the women. Hey, I feel it, for sure.
You're so silly. So did you meet like a love interest overseas?
No.
You got any kids over there?
No.
You got any kids over there? Left no babies?
Went over there like that. I'm over there on a mission.
On basketball, okay?
Yeah, and
I don't know, man. You know, he said he's a man.
It's kind of, over there it's pretty strict too. Like, they got different leagues over there. So, in some leagues, like, you'll play like maybe 2 or 3 games a week. In other leagues, you'll play like 1 game a week, which means you got 4 or 5 other days of practice. So, at the end of the day, you don't want to do nothing. You just want to chill, relax.
So, you was on 2 clubs at once before?
No, you're on 1 club, but sometimes they have you playing in 2 different leagues.
Ah, okay.
So, like, in Israel, you got the Israeli league, but then it's a thing called the Euro Challenge. It's like a super league where you play people from all over.
Okay.
So you'll play in your regular league, and then you'll go play in the super league. So you can end up playing like
almost like conferences.
Yeah, something like that. So I mean, you be wore out. You don't really want to do nothing.
Yeah, it sucks for y'all.
Yeah, and then if you're not,
that's kind of cool.
You're trying to go out and hang out. Then the next day you're not producing. Oh, we're gonna send you home bringing this next player. So
so they cut you fast.
Oh yeah, definitely. They don't play no games.
How many players you seen in and out and go? You seen like players have like 1 day stays?
No, not that short. Probably like a week. Probably like a week. But in basketball terms, that's fairly quickly.
2 games.
Yeah, like sometimes not even that. A couple practices, like bring you out for a tryout. See how?
Wow.
Nah, you're not good for this team. Send you home.
Out of here.
So you really got to be locked in. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to fly 15 hours to fly back.
Back.
So you got to really take it serious.
Yeah.
And you know, it's people over there working, playing basketball, providing for their family. So you got to really be taking it serious.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's a grind.
So when you're playing, you know, you get lost in the sauce and, you know, you forget about everything. But we also know that Father Time always prevails. So are you thinking about anything after basketball right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, growing up, I was always one of them kids. Just like basketball is all I know. This is my life. This is what I'm gonna be doing.
That's it.
Yeah, and then like I had a couple years ago, I tore my ACL, and it was like, man, like what if everything slowed down? So it's like I got to start thinking about stuff after basketball. And I kind of think like one day, not right now, because I feel I'm too competitive. Like I would want to get into coaching one day. I think I could be a strength to somebody's coaching staff. Being a former player, know how the game works. Knowing the ins and outs of college, how stressful it is if you don't manage right and stuff like that. I think I can contribute to a team in that sense, and also maybe skills training one day.
Yeah.
Help developing kids, doing stuff the right way. You see some trainers. I go on Instagram, see some trainers. They got kids doing 1,000 dribbling moves, and you're not gonna do this in the game.
You're not gonna do this in the game.
You know what I mean? You're gonna make 3 moves and try to score, but you're not gonna be dribbling this way unless you're Kyrie and Steph and one in a million. You know what I mean? So I think I could be, an asset in areas like that. So I'm definitely thinking about some small things and about life after basketball.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When you say you're too competitive to stop now, so where are you right now with basketball? Are you overseas? Are you?
Yeah, I'm still overseas. I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm currently back home for the summer working out and stuff like that. Hopefully get a spot on the summer team and stuff like that to display my talents and take it further from there.
In the summer league?
Yeah.
Nice.
My agent's gonna talk with a couple teams. Nothing set in stone yet. We'll know more as the weeks go on, as it gets closer, and hopefully go somewhere in August and play and continue my career. What I mean? I feel like right now I couldn't be on a coaching staff. Like I don't got the patience right now for kids and stuff like that.
It take patience.
As a coach, you know what I mean? because I know how it is when somebody's trying to tell you something, you got your own mind made up, and that's just being young. You learn to listen to people as you get older and stuff like that. So but yeah, one day I think so. Like I'd like to get into coaching.
So you're still going after the NBA?
Oh yeah, that's still a dream of mine.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's about taking care of your family and paying bills. So if I have an opportunity to go overseas and make a lot of money, and I can provide for my family, I'm gonna go take that option.
Yeah, go take the check.
Really, it's a lot of players overseas that make more money than some NBA players. Some NBA players just it's the dream as a kid, so they're happy to be there just to say I'm in the NBA. But it's players overseas making millions of dollars. Yeah. So and it's tax free.
Oh yeah, and they take care of you.
Yeah, they treat you like a god over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like in some places, basketball is not that big, so if you're on a winning team, like they got like Stephon Marbury went to China and got a statue and all type of stuff.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, so it's real. Like basketball overseas isn't bad.
Yeah, that's
so dope. Would you rather play overseas or on the D League?
For me personally, at the point of either or, at the point in my life, either or, I think the D League would be good for me right now because it's an opportunity for me to showcase what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, coming off the ACL injury, people don't really know that I'm fully healthy and I'm ready to go and stuff like that. So I think the D League would be an opportunity for me to show that. But the D League, they don't really get paid too much money. You know what I mean? Right. Whereas opposed to overseas, you still have the opportunity to show that you're healthy and you can do this, and you also get to see the world and you get to make a little bit more money. So right now, for me personally, either or, it's just be a blessing to be in either position.
So right now, you're not like, right now, I need to get into the D League. Right now, you're like, whichever one is a better option.
Whichever door opens, I'm going there and show them what I can do.
Okay. So right now, the D League the door's not open right now. You have to work towards that.
It's both open. It's just whichever opportunity sounds better for me and my part, like my agent and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll go from there. So.
Okay.
It depends on the team. What they want from me.
Okay, right. Because I'm trying to understand it. Because it sounded like overseas is always going to be more money than the D League. That's why I'm trying to decide.
It depends. Not all the time.
Okay.
It depends what they want from you. Just the circumstances of the team and stuff like that.
Right, the country, everything like that. Okay.
All right. So shout out to Kenneth. Would you rather be the best player on the worst team, or the worst player on the best team?
What's your definition of worse? Because
that's a good question.
I mean, a player can score all the points on the team, but he really not.
But they lose it every game.
He don't understand basketball. He just knows to shoot, jack shots. But he's scoring a lot of points. Does that make him the best on the player? He's not making nobody else better. Does that make him the best? Or take a person that doesn't score at all, but he rebounding, blocking Draymond Green. Yeah. Is he the worst player on the team? But he does everything.
I wouldn't say he's the worst player. But he makes a significant contribution to the team, most definitely.
It depends on what your definition of worst is.
So what's
you're number 15 on the roster. You're the last person to come off the bench.
Me personally,
but on the best team.
Me personally, I think I'm.
Or would you rather
be 15?
Well, okay, I like that. I like that.
That's out.
I'm gonna go out there and get my all, so I'm gonna earn some playing time.
Yeah,
you're gonna play me because I'm locking my man down, or I'm out here rebounding crazy, or. I don't know, but I ain't gonna be last.
Yeah, straight up. I like that killer in you. For sure. So I do know this, that a man is in his prime between the age of 29 to 28 to about 32. Yeah. So right now you're in your prime. So make sure to use it.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 26, so I ain't in my prime.
Yeah, so you
got some time to do it.
Well, yeah.
A couple years.
You coming up to your prime.
29.
But the point is that I don't want you to be thinking about coaching too much right now. But you do need to be a coach on the court. So speaking of coaching, why is it important to have a coach? And is it important, I should say?
It's very important. They give you structure. They give you leadership. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're caught up in a moment where you can't see things from the outside. Yeah. So sometimes you need a person on the outside looking in like, yo, you shouldn't have did that. Maybe you should have did that. Or just give you constructive criticism. Nobody's ever accomplished anything alone. And if they tell you that,
you might have to say that one again. Yeah. You might have to say that one again.
Nobody's ever accomplished anything by themselves, you know what I'm saying? If they did, they're a selfish person because everybody has a team, you know what I mean? From basketball to businesses to whatever. Everybody has a team. So you need a leader.
People like to exaggerate that. Like this society, it's a lot of hyper individualism or it's vanity. It's just like, oh, I did this by myself because it feels good. Yeah, self-made, like all of that stuff. But people that are truly successful will tell you that you need definitely a support system. You need people to help. You need a mentor. That it's important to keep all of these people around.
Yeah, like it's hand in hand with everything. You need people like artists. They need somebody to make the beat, somebody to
manage them.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Basketball, you need somebody to pass you the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it just goes hand in hand in everything you do.
I have people think about it like this. I tell them, think about anybody that's ever been successful or anybody that's in a profession that doesn't have a team. Mm-hmm. Even in tennis or golf. Boxing. Are you really by yourself? No.
Boxing, you need somebody to wrap your hand.
Everything.
You over there getting punched up. You need somebody to put the swelling down.
Yeah.
It takes a
group of team
people
to win.
The whole time they have someone coaching them outside their ring.
Exactly. But like you said, the key is they're being selfish because all they do is talk about me. Yeah, talk about I need this, I need that. That's the key. It's the selfish.
I need that.
And then you need coaches. Like you might have a world great talent, but if he's not coachable, then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, right.
You know what I mean? You need a coach to be able to tell him, like, yo, like, you need to listen to me. This is what you need to do. Like, because at the end of the day, a person in your corner, they're not going to tell you anything to hurt you. They just want to see you succeed. You know what I mean? And it takes a person that's coachable to understand that.
Do you think you've always been coachable through your basketball journey?
Yeah, you don't think so?
Nah, you've never really been.
I mean, cocky doesn't mean you're not coachable.
But sometimes when people aren't coachable, it's because they're cocky.
Yeah, that could. That's sometimes. For me, no, I don't think so.
Do you think any of your coaches would say that?
No, they're all saying I'm a good player.
Good player, coachable.
Yeah. Whatever they need me to do, I just go out there and do. Like, go play defense on your man. I just go out there and do that because it was a point in time of my life where I wasn't always the quote unquote man. Like sometimes, like growing up, I had to play the sidekick. Like in high school, my AAU team, the Las Vegas Prospects, like we had a ton of talent, and I was the youngest kid on the team, so I wasn't the man on the team. I had to be the role player and stuff like that. And doing that kind of groomed me into being when it was my time to be the man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
oh, you was the little.
Yeah, you was the little guy. So what would you say? I'm still learning this coaching, man. Because the basketball is 90% mental.
Yeah, definitely.
And it just pretty much any kind of sport, any kind of activity.
90%? Yeah. Do you agree with 90% mental?
That's pretty high. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's why people can play like 40 years old.
Wow, I did not think that it was like I learned something today.
So what would you say like the purpose of a coach would be?
To put people in a position to be successful. Not even just basketball. Like I said, the talk we had earlier, basketball kind of transitions into life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the values and stuff a coach installs in a kid on the basketball court, they can take those lessons and apply to life.
Yeah.
So you need somebody like that. A lot of kids in inner cities and stuff, they don't have father figures to kind of guide them and put them on the right roads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of them turn to their coaches as that father figure and stuff like that.
That happens often.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they give them those life lessons, and it helps them in life as they grow older to be a man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's very important.
So what if I told you that a coach's job, or one of them, is to create problems? What would you say?
I could see that because, I mean, if everything's easy all the time, you're not really going to get the best out of a player. So you got to make things tough on them.
Yeah.
Like me, for instance, in high school, when my time came and I became the man, I would sometimes get yelled at more than other players.
Yeah.
And during that, you're not thinking like, oh, he's being hard on me to push me. You're like, man, like what? Leave me alone. You know what I mean? So sometimes they have to create a rough atmosphere for you to blossom even bigger than you're supposed to be.
Potential,
so you can reach that. You got to be uncomfortable to grow.
Most definitely.
You got to get out your comfort zone. And if a coach is just allowing a player to coast, he's never going to get better. So sometimes you got to push you that little bit to get better.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I agree with that statement.
Yeah, for sure. Because when I heard it, I was like, and thought about it, I said, yeah, because a coach does want to create problems, because once you run into that problem in the game, he's not going to be able to help you.
Right.
And he wants already faced it.
Yes, you've already, like you said, faced it, practiced it, and you're ready to handle that situation in the game. And you're going to be a lot more prepared. So a coach's job is really to create problems. And when he creates those problems, he can't always be nice about it. And that even happens in, in relationships as well. You can't be nice when you're trying to correct some people. So sometimes.
So, wait, you create problems in relationships?
You have to.
Elaborate on that. Elaborate on that. Yeah, because I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
You have to.
What problem? Like what? Twice? Tell us.
Like a problem you have to create would be you got to make her miss you.
Okay, maybe.
I know. You want me to keep going?
Maybe that's a cute problem. That's a cute one. Yeah, keep going. What's another?
Nah, you can't have no more.
Exactly. That was the only one.
You can't have no more. You know what I'm saying?
Make her miss you.
You got to.
You agree with that?
No comment.
No comment. How you know? I know you be making a miss you
right now. Like,
I mean, you got on call. Wait,
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say create a problem, but you do got to make a miss you. Like if you too accessible all the time, then it gets boring.
Oh, yeah. Goodness.
But I'm not saying create a problem. I didn't say that.
Right.
wait. You still over there now. Let's get that clear. No, but for real though, because like, say there is an issue and they do something, that you don't approve of. You have to let them know that that's a problem. Because if you don't create that problem, they're going to continue to do it.
No.
There was already a problem once there was the little disrespect.
You didn't say that right.
How I didn't say it right?
Because you said if they create a problem, then you have to create a problem so that they don't do that again. But we were talking
two negatives make a what?
We were talking specifically about just creating a problem in general.
You handle the problem with a problem solver, which is a solution.
So we know you like to create problems.
That's why we start an argument.
Right.
I don't know why you left this out. No problem.
Right. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Do you have like a favorite celebrity crush?
Or
it doesn't have to be crush, but somebody that you like. Dang, let me go to her Instagram today.
Let me go to her IG today.
That probably made it worse.
You would have asked me this some years ago, probably, but now I feel like with technology and everything, everybody is so accessible. So like you brush shoulders with celebrities all the time, so it's nothing
to crush on.
Yeah, like oh my god, like everybody.
So who was it then? Since you
you
brushed your shoulders with these folks now.
Oh yeah.
who I thought was bad back then.
Yeah, who was you crushing over?
I can't even think of nobody right now.
You said you would ask you a few years ago.
Yeah, it ain't that long.
I would have had an answer for y'all then, but I can't think of nobody right now.
No, Riri, no Jenner, no
Amber Rose.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian. Jean.
Back then, that would have been some years ago. Yeah, Kim would have been.
Would have been the one
with her whole.
Everything
different. Yeah.
Starting like a crash.
Exactly.
Something happened. What about Janae Aoki or Aiko, whatever?
She cute, but like I said,
ain't that big Sean?
Karuchi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Karuchi cute too.
Oh,
but I'm just not.
You're not crushing.
Oh my god! Like I'm about to.
Why does that have to be your crush? Like that's a That's how when you crush on somebody, that's what it is. It's like
no. You said my celebrity. You said who page I be checking.
Yeah, like oh she's hot. Let me just look at her.
I haven't had that feeling in a while.
Because Las Vegas. Yeah.
Let me ask you about some favorites. Since they talking about that, I want to know what's your favorite college team outside of UNLV?
In basketball or football?
Football.
USC.
What about basketball?
Outside of UNLV?
UNLV is his favorite, y'all. This is outside of UNLV.
I can't really.
Yeah, let's make that clear too. Huh?
Outside of UNLV, I really don't have a favorite team.
Good answer.
I just like.
Media train.
I like players like
media train.
Outside of that, I just like players like such and such. Oh, I like his game. You know what I mean. So that's the type of player I am. Person I am.
All right. What about NBA team?
I'm a Lakers fan.
Team.
I'm
Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers. Raiders.
Who we getting on the draft?
Raiders.
I really don't know.
If you had the choice.
If I had the choice and the Celtics don't draft Fultz number 1, I want to take Fultz at number 2. Yeah.
Oh, you like him better than Ball?
Yeah, he do a little bit of everything. He could pass just as good as Lonzo, but he scores better, he rebounds better, more athletic.
Cat from Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, let's not talk sports too much.
I was
Leave me with this now.
just trying to get a little clarity.
I'm like, yeah, Lonzo Ball. I know who that is. Yes, I know his daddy. Yeah, y'all was about to get real deep on me.
Yeah, no, we don't go too far.
72 points a game, you know?
Yeah.
Growing up, did you play football too? Because I feel like most people play both football and basketball.
Yeah, definitely. I played football throughout middle school, and once I got to high school, I kind of knew basketball. That's like kind of where I wanted to go with everything. And plus, my mom, she couldn't take me getting hit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I had no choice but to play basketball. But I enjoyed my football experience because it helped me with basketball. And football, I played quarterback, and it kind of it taught me, like, as a quarterback, you're the leader of the team. You got to put everybody in the right positions to make the job successful. And that kind of helped going to basketball playing point guard because it's the same job.
Yeah,
and with football, it taught me how to talk to my teammates and stuff like that, making sure everybody's good, happy. You know,
you have to deal with more.
Yeah.
Right?
So exactly. So it made basketball easier for me.
Right.
Okay. And the crazy thing, I didn't want to play quarterback. The coaches, I guess they seen my potential and my leadership in me. They made me play quarterback. I wanted to play receiver.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you gonna get over here.
Yeah, you over here.
Do you think that a lot of the decisions in football are based off of behavior or skill?
A combination of both.
Okay.
I think a combination of both.
In both sports, football and basketball.
Yeah, in sports in general, all around. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a combination of both.
So do you think a coach would play somebody in a leadership position before someone else that has better skills than them but less leadership qualities?
Yeah. I mean, because honestly, I could throw the ball, but I wasn't the greatest quarterback. I was very athletic. I could run and all that type of stuff. But I wasn't a great quarterback. I wasn't a great thrower. And it was other players that was great. They could throw the hell out. I mean,
that's good.
They could throw the hell out the ball, but they didn't know how to lead. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When things got rough, people couldn't look for them for, comfort or, all right, we're going to get through this and stuff like that. And as a leader, when tough times come, you got to believe in somebody that's going to help you get over those. And I guess the coaches believed in me and, made me step into that position.
So what would you say the greatest leadership quality is, or the most important leadership quality? If there is one that you could just put at the top.
It's hard to say. I think you have to, as a leader, you got to be close to people so you can relate to them. Because you got to be able to relate. But at the same time, you got to be far enough so you can lead them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for that question, I think it's just a combination of things. I just can't put one clear thing at the top of that list.
Okay.
But it sounds like it's kind of like managing like a good boundary with people.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a balance. And with being a leader, you got to know where certain points and buttons you can push for certain people.
Yeah.
Because certain people you can yell at and that can motivate them and they want to run through a wall for you.
Yeah.
Another person, you yell at them, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want nothing to do with you.
And then you'll hurt their performance.
Yeah, and they play terrible after that. So you gotta know, as a leader, you gotta know who you can push and what you can do with certain people. And that's what good leaders do, I believe.
That's like a communication thing.
Yeah.
So when you said like some players can throw really good, but they have not behavior, I don't want to say that, but they don't have a bunch of leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Do you see any like players in the league that you feel are in those positions and they need to work on their leadership skills?
I'll take the Thunder for instance. Russell Westbrook, crazy athlete, great, but when things like I think he has another level that he could take as far as his leadership skills. Throughout the whole game, he's getting everybody involved. Everybody's happy, making the game easy for everybody. Then when it gets tough, he goes into this I can do it by myself. Yeah, and that hurts the team. And sometimes he's successful, and then sometimes he's not. And I think when it gets to those tough moments, that's when you got to rely on each other more. Yeah, than just taking
instead of being mad.
Exactly, just trying to do it all by yourself. So that's one person I believe.
That was good.
So let me ask you this about leadership and power. Do you believe, if I were to tell you that vulnerability was power, would you agree with me or disagree?
I'm 50-50 on that because I think that being vulnerable, it could be a strength because it makes you put up a wall and you protect yourself from whatever it may be. Okay. But at the same time, it could be a weakness because you might miss out on something, having that wall up.
Yeah.
So it's 50-50. To me, I'm 50-50 on that. It could be a strength, but it can also be a weakness.
A lot of people do view it as a weakness. Me personally, I view it as a strength.
What, being vulnerable?
Yes, because when you are vulnerable to somebody, you kind of let them in. They don't have the desire to find your Achilles heel.
Right.
So, and at that point, they want to, help you get better. Because if they don't see anything wrong with you, they're like, "What's wrong with you?" But if they know what's wrong with you, they already kind of accepted it. So,
or they can use it against you.
That is true. They can't. It just depends upon the character of the individual.
Right.
But
and that's where I would place my opinion on that. Is it depends on who you're being vulnerable with.
Okay. Yeah.
Or the situation. I agree with that. That's why I say I'm kind of 50-50 on that. It
Like,
can be a positive and it can be a negative.
Right,
it just depends on the situation.
Very so. Yeah. Very so. Are you familiar with John Maxwell?
I'm not like that. I'll be lying to you if I told you I was. I just know he's a great person that talks a lot about leadership.
Yes.
When I first got to UNLV, my coach used to leave little quotes on boards before games and stuff like that.
You used a lot of his quotes?
Yeah, definitely. So from that, nice. I know who he is and what he's about, but I'll be lying to you if I told you I know a great deal about him.
Well, he has probably like 80 plus books that he's written, and all of them go on to the New York Times bestseller.
Okay.
So yeah, he's an amazing author. And he was telling a story in one of his interviews and about one of his basketball experiences, and I want to get your take on it. So basically, what he said was that at the beginning of the season, his coach would set up a scrimmage, A team versus the B team. The A team would have to play in different positions. The B team would get to play in their normal positions. Okay, so like for the A team, the point guard would play center. The center would play point guard, and they would, switch up their roles. So most of the times, the B team would end up winning. And after the game, coach would sit everybody down and say, so no matter how good you are, if you are out of position, someone lesser than you will always win. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a great philosophy, or idea, should I say? Like you said earlier, coaches' jobs are to create problems. And from that scene, he created a problem, and that just shows you can never be too good at anything.
Yeah.
Like with basketball, you have to work on everything. Like sometimes you might be in a post, so as a guard, you got to work on your post move. You never know what occurs. So
what's a post move?
Back to the basket.
It's usually,
let us know.
with the bigger guys, they're always down low and stuff like that.
Like Shaq?
Shaq, yeah.
Okay.
He never,
Shaq big?
Yeah. You never see Shaq shooting threes and stuff like that.
What do you mean by down low, though? Like he's down low?
The goals right here.
Oh, they're sort of closer to the goal.
Yeah.
When they
that's a post. That's a post. When you're close to the goal.
Yep.
So as a guard, sometimes
I've never played basketball.
So as a guard, sometimes you might end up down there, and if you don't work on that, you get down there, you don't know what to do.
You're like,
and
I haven't done layups in a minute.
If you're playing against a team that's lesser than you, but they're comfortable down there, they have the upper hand.
Yeah.
So that's something you just want to work on everything. Yeah. And that's the beauty of basketball. You can never be too good at anything.
I'm going to take that into account next time I watch a basketball game. Like, oh, look, they're good in that area.
You want to give them the ball where they good at.
He just made the basket from the post.
That's a good insight.
Yeah. That's a perfect analogy where you're taking basketball skills and use it into life.
Right.
That's the beauty of sports. You can always apply it to life.
Always.
Hand to hand.
Because I thought if you knew how to make a basketball shot, then you knew how to do that from everywhere.
Nah.
Like, I thought it was just, well, of course I'm thinking that 3 points are the hardest.
Yeah.
Because it is, right?
For certain, it depends.
For certain players.
Yeah, like Steph Curry that.
Right, but see, I never thought about the dynamic about, some people may have a harder time shooting closer to the
for sure. Because they're shorter and they got bigger people in front of them.
Oh, well, I thought about that for sure. I thought if you can shoot 3-pointers, then you for sure can shoot like layups or whatever.
No, it's a lot of people that can shoot great 3-pointers, but they can't shoot free throws, and the free throw is closer than the 3-point line.
Right.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got any obsessions or anything like that?
Secret obsessions?
Not really. I mean, not really. I love music. I'm always constantly listening to music.
What's the last song you downloaded?
Last song I downloaded,
or played from Apple Music or
it was on the way over here. I was listening. I had just downloaded
on Kazaa.
what's the girl name from TDE? SZA.
Oh, Caesar.
Caesar. I just downloaded her.
Control.
Yeah. So I was just listening to that album, trying to get a feel for it. I don't know none of the name of the songs, but it had a good vibe to it. So
the album she released before that is better.
Really?
I haven't listened to it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I just seen everybody talking about it, so I wanted to see what the hype was about.
Yeah. 2015 album.
Were you impressed?
I like the vibe. It's a good
Caesar.
vibe. Like I wasn't, oh my god, I gotta run this back, but it was my first listen also. So,
yeah.
It probably grown me.
Different vibe.
Yeah.
She has a different vibe, but her album 2015 that came out in 2015 is far better to me.
I gotta check it out. Yeah.
But she's a dope artist. Do you see? Not see, but. Is there anything else that you're good at besides sports that people secretly don't know? Or that you secretly have not told anybody?
When I was little, I used to play the drums.
You can play the drums?
I haven't played in a while, so I'll probably
you're terrible now.
Yeah, probably, but it's been a while. Yeah.
I'm trying to play.
A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this. I was born in Louisiana, and I moved here when I was like 8.
Okay.
And like my family in Louisiana, like all the music in the church was them. So my cousin taught me how to play the drums, and back like in Sunday school and stuff like that, when he'd go run off to the bathroom or something, like he'd leave me to play the drums. So I learned along the way.
And what did you take up in school? Like when you were at UNLV, like what did you major in?
Sociology and physical education.
So you wanted to do like PE?
Yeah, and just the social part, like how people mind work.
Sociology,
working with people.
Dope.
You know what I mean? Like Vegas, the inner city, the kids and stuff like that. So that's something I really wanted to put a hand in.
What's the sociology study of what?
Just and physical education.
No, what is it? What is sociology? It's the study
about,
of
like, culture.
Culture?
Yeah, like talking to kids, like just the inner beings basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So like a lot of social work, going to different places, talking to kids. You know what I'm saying? For me, I thought it would be good for me being here. You know what I'm saying?
Or is it a behavioral science? It's behavior, right? Okay.
Okay.
And like I said, for me, being from Vegas, I thought it'd be good for me to be able to go different places and show my face to kids, and like
that's excellent, man.
You know what I mean? I come from the same place you come from. You could be something like you don't have to be confined to your environment.
Yeah, you inspire a lot of people, man.
You know
so you plan on like taking like a nonprofit approach or advocacy or anything?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's something I want to take a part into. You know, I definitely want to give back to the community that gave so much to me. You know, I think that's only right. You know, I wouldn't be who I am or where I am without the city of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm very thankful, and I think I just want to give back to everybody.
Do you know how?
Nah, yeah, there's some things I'm working on. You know what I mean? With my old AAU coaches, my old AAU teams.
Yeah.
UNLV will probably take a part into it. So just trying to bring it all together full circle.
So something pertaining to sports.
Yeah, but I just don't want it to limit to that. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't want to play sports.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you got to think broad, try to think big. So it's in the works, still working on it and stuff like that.
So if you had an unlimited amount of money, what problem would you solve in the world?
Well, to start, I solved the Flint crisis. I think that's pretty crazy that they're still over there dealing with that. Yeah, like that's been going on for so long.
Yeah, that's like almost like 2 years now.
Yeah, that's crazy. So
I'll piggyback on that for that answer, just in case you ask me. I'm with that.
So, you gonna take care of the water. Yeah, that's essential. That's essential.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many problems in the world. I don't think you'll be able to solve them like right away, but you got to lay down a foundation for who knows. 10 years from now, somebody else will probably solve that problem.
Yeah.
So you just got to do your part with the time you're given, I think. So.
Most definitely. So what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Of course, a good one. I think I've already started laying down the foundation. You know, like I said, being from here and going to school here.
Yeah.
I think I showed kids that you can stay home. You know, for Vegas, we had the bad rep of if you stay home, you're gonna get in trouble because you're so.
If you stay home, meaning what?
You got your friends with you.
If you stay and go to UNLV.
Yeah.
Okay.
As an athlete, you become so accessible to everything around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody know who you are, so they probably giving you this, or they want to do this with you or whatever, and you hanging with your friends, so you probably in the wrong parts or whatever. It's easy to get in trouble when you stay home.
Oh, most definitely.
And we had that
Especially
bad notion.
here,
Yeah, exactly.
College is up the street. It's not in a different city like other towns or cities.
And I think
next to the strip.
Exactly. So a lot goes on, and I think I showed kids that you don't have to go anywhere else. You can stay home and put on for your city and be successful. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's part. And for a while, it wasn't like before me. It wasn't too many people staying home playing for Vegas.
No, not at all.
Locals, you know what I mean?
Not at all.
Before me, it was like Marcus Lawrence and Marcus Banks, and that was a while ago.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to see them more often. You know what I mean? Kids want to stay home and play for their city. And I think I kind of played. I want to say I single-handedly did it.
But you played a role.
I played a role into that.
You played a major role.
You know what I mean? So that's part of my legacy. And like I said, I want to give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? I want to do stuff for the kids and have the parents involved and stuff like that. Because like I said, coming up, my parents didn't know how good I was in basketball. They just thought I was doing something to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Like that's what everybody
didn't know you
was good enough.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So once I got in high school and I started getting letters from UCLA, Stanford, Miami, they like, oh, okay, this is pretty serious. And at that point it's like, all right, well, y'all miss so much. I was like, how can if I go away, y'all not gonna be able to come to the game. Y'all can't experience this again. So I was like, let me just stay here and put on for the city.
That's really sweet, though.
So what's your most proud moment on the court?
For me personally, I just running here at UNLV, it was just running out on that red carpet every time. Yeah. You know, having the city on my chest and my name on the back of my jersey. And just seeing the fans, you know, every game. That was just, I got chills every time doing that. Yeah. It was surreal. Like, yeah, definitely. I think about it all the time. Oh. And it's kind of tough right now because they've been having a couple of losing seasons. Yeah. So it's kind of tough.
Also, that plays a role on you too.
Like yeah, when they lose, I lose.
We want to win.
Yeah.
He said, "I am alumni."
And then especially if you got a friend that went to a rival school and now they play each other. And they beat us. He could talk mess. So it's all about bragging rights. You know what I mean?
How often do y'all talk mess on the court? Like, is it like
every play?
Like bumping into each other, like, you suck.
It depends. Yeah. It depends. You got to pick and choose. Like, certain players, you can do that and they can take them off their game. But then it's certain players, you do that and they turn it up a notch. Like,
10 points on
that. Like LeBron, for instance. Somebody trash talking to Bron's about to go crazy. So you better be quiet. But where another player, you can talk mess and they probably won't do nothing.
You're right.
So you got to pick and choose. But at the same time, it makes the game fun. Like when you with your homeboys and y'all talking mess, like it makes the game competitive and fun and stuff like that. So trash talk is a part of basketball.
So you trash talk on the court?
Every once in a while, it depends.
Give us an example. What would you say?
I don't know.
No, you really
like,
don't.
When is it? Like, at what moment is it? Is it like when you
like,
line up and you're in front of them, you like, yeah, you ain't about to do nothing?
It depends on the situation and, like, who you playing. Like, for UNLV against San Diego State, when I was playing there at UNLV, San Diego State had players I had been playing against. They were all from Cali. Like, in high school and middle school, I used to travel to Cali a lot for tournaments and camp and stuff. So I built a relationship with these guys. So they're really, like, close friends of mine, but they go to the rival school. Okay. So we playing against each other. Like, y'all hit a shot, like, you can't hold me. Like,
right, okay.
Coach, you better take him out, put somebody else on me.
Coach, get this guy, Coach.
Like, what is you doing?
Yeah.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. But at the end of the game, you dab each other up, shake, good
That's
seeing you.
That's pretty juicy.
It gets serious out there.
No, that sounds fun, though.
No, it is.
This guy don't be talking much noise, though.
It depends. Like, if you trash talking to me, I'm going to just go through the flow, and then if you pop off, then I got to pop off.
Okay. But most of the time, you just chill.
Yeah, I'll kill you with silence. I'm going to drop 30 on you and not say
that. You didn't say it.
That makes people, sometimes that makes people even more mad.
Yeah, that's
like, you killing them, and they talking mess, but you not saying nothing to them.
Yeah.
That's like, why he not talking to me?
Why he not talking to me?
Like,
I can't play unless you really start, like, if the opposing team starts really, like, getting off at the mouth, then I really, like, get into it. Yeah. If we actually did something that nobody else has done, none of these guys in this room done it. We ran Doolittle. You remember that?
Oh, yeah,
definitely. It was me, you,
ran
it. Open the gym, finish the gym. I don't think there's too many people. I don't think there's too many people that actually did that.
Winning all day.
The whole day. I think we won like
I used to work
10 games or something. 11 games. Oh yeah. I don't think it's been done since. And all the homies was there. Running everybody off.
Oh my goodness.
Good times.
Good times.
Is it late night hoops or is this open?
This summertime when everybody came back from college, all the college hoopers was there.
This is when y'all are older a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like you got to, because during the summer, everybody be back. So if you play a game and you lose, you might have to sit 5-6 games, so you don't want to lose at all.
For sure.
That's
like you lose a game, you might as well just
go home.
Because
you sit 5-6.
You get back on.
There's at least 30 heads in the gym. For sure.
It gets serious.
Yeah, and that's why there's a lot of good Las Vegas talent, because we actually beat up on each other all the time. And then when we would go out to schools, like Las Vegas would make some noise.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That
for
sounds
sure.
like fun, though.
Oh yeah, it was always fun.
Talk on the court.
It was always fun. Yeah, for real.
Get him out of here. He can't hold me. I'm gonna be looking for those words when I'm watching.
Yeah, they be doing it all the time. Like if you watch the Warriors play, Draymond talks the whole game.
Yeah,
that's lit.
He talks to fans, everybody. It doesn't matter. Everybody, and that's just the type of player he is.
That's funny.
As a team, like sometimes you need not everybody on the team does that, but sometimes you need that one guy that's going to do that.
What is that called? The person, the hype person. It's called something.
Instigator.
I call him the enforcer. Like
the enforcer.
Yeah.
Y'all too technical. It's a slang word.
Slang word. Okay, keep it down.
Like what'd you say?
Hype man.
Yeah, I think of Flavor Flav when you say that.
I don't know.
Something dog.
Big dog.
Never mind.
Alpha?
No.
Alpha dog?
It's slang.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. It's something, but I'll think of it.
Oh, okay.
I blew it.
Yeah, you good, man. You good. You're the big dog. Let's just say it's the big dog.
It's not that, though.
So remember this.
I'll remember later. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter now.
I think it does.
So if you had to choose right now an NBA team to join, what team would you join and why?
Well, first of all, I just playing on any team would be a blessing. You know, that's the highest goal to do. So just playing on any team would be a blessing. Mm-hmm. But I would want to play for a team. I can't really just distinctly pick one, but I would want to play for a team that allows me to be myself. You know what I'm saying? That has great player development. That like a team that can help me get better over the years or whatever duration I am with them. Like sometimes you go to a team and they don't do nothing with you. You just high five, giving guys waters and stuff like that. And I wouldn't want to be in a role like that. I mean, like some people just are happy being in the NBA.
Well, when you say that, like the politics of it, sometimes won't they hire somebody just for that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To save money, right?
Yeah, sometimes players are just okay with that. I just don't want to be in the NBA just to say I'm in the NBA. Right. I want to contribute. You know what I mean? So a team that allows me to be myself, that helps develop me, and gives me the opportunity to showcase my skills.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So I'm gonna go back to a coaching thought. How do you spot potential?
It's hard to say how do you spot potential, but I can, like me personally, I can just see it. Like as far as sports, like maybe you got a guy that can shoot the ball, but he don't have the right mechanics. Like, or you know what I mean. He's very skillful, but he doesn't have the athletics. Like you know what I'm saying. Nobody taught him to do calf raisers or squats or stuff like that. He's just naturally gifted. Yeah. And I don't know. You just got to build on that. You know. You see it all the time. Like for me, like I didn't play. My first time playing organized basketball was
4 years old because you was playing at 3.
Nah, I just the whole time like street ball. Like I just played street ball. My first time playing like organized basketball wasn't until like the 7th grade, middle school. So throughout my whole life until that point, I was just hooping at the courts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Carrying the ball, not really knowing. You don't call carry out there.
You don't call
it. You know what I mean? So then once I got to playing organized ball, like I had all the skills, I just didn't know how to use them right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I guess like one day, one of the coaches seen my potential from just watching me. It was like I can help you get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing they did that because I feel like sometimes, like when I watch little kids playing basketball, I can tell when some have technical skills and some don't. Yeah. And sometimes the coaches just forget about them. They don't even pay attention to them. They just focus on the good ones. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It's very sad, and it happens quite often. Like a lot of times, basketball is a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a business. So high school is getting that way too.
Coaches, programs, all that, they're going to spend more time with the people that they think is going to bring in more business for them. It's sad to say. And I think it's messed up. I think everybody should get the same treatment. Yeah. Like you treat the top man like you treat the bottom man, or the bottom man like the top man. And that, as a coach, like you got to install those type of things in kids because when they get older, it's the same way. And it just goes back to basketball and life skills.
What middle school did you go to?
I went to Salway and then I went to Finley.
Yeah. Because I feel like at West, they wasn't playing that. It was like, no, you can't play.
Yeah. You can't play. Yeah, you can't play.
Yeah, definitely.
West was tough.
Yeah. Why you didn't play?
I was a cheerleader.
Why you shake your head like that?
Because I should have been playing soccer.
Oh, yeah?
I should have been playing soccer.
I wish I would have played
soccer.
You think you got footwork?
I didn't have footwork, but I was fast, so I didn't do that good because I couldn't. It was no time. I was a senior by the time I started playing soccer, but I should have been playing.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah,
I'm putting my kid in soccer.
It helps on the basketball court. Soccer, like, it helps with your footwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kobe played soccer, and that's why his footwork was so great.
And could play for so long.
Yeah.
And the greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time.
Like, other sports help with other sports.
Absolutely.
Like Shaq did ballet. Because he was so big, he had to learn how to balance and use his body right.
Child.
He had like private ballet.
Was this in adulthood? Or and they was like, we're going to put you in ballet.
Like, that's like
they tell a lot of football players to do the same.
People do yoga.
Yeah.
It all helps.
Yeah.
That's really
and then it puts you out your comfort zone. So it helps when you know what I'm saying? You're not at something natural. So
would you do ballet?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's going to help me be better, yeah, I'm all for it.
That's cool.
I mean, I ain't got to wear no little crazy outfit. Yeah.
No, so going there with your basketball
some, compression shorts and whatever I got to put on. Get right.
Yeah. For sure.
No, that's what's up. I like to hear things like that, though, because I feel like Black manhood is always centered around just a very marginal idea of activities. But just knowing that, like, players like Shaq or, they did ballet or whatever, like, it's encouraging.
Yeah, you got to step out that zone sometimes.
Yeah.
Can't be confined always.
Exactly.
So what's one thing you would tell a young and up-and-coming ball player about college ball and high school ball, and they want to pursue and continue their career in basketball?
You got to be committed. Take it serious.
Okay.
Never stop working, because the days you're not working, there's somebody out there getting better.
Yeah.
And that kind of pushes me. Like, them days, like, you probably worked out hard yesterday, wake up this morning sore as heck. Like, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to chill.
Yeah.
But now it's a player that worked out probably just as hard, if not harder. He's gonna go back in there today. And then when you get on the court and you getting tired, he's still going because his body's built for that.
It's gonna show.
What I mean? So just stay committed and do good in school.
Yeah.
I mean, when people used to tell me that as a kid, I used to, all right, whatever.
Yeah, the girls did the homework.
Yeah, no,
I almost came out. You almost kept it real funny.
But because you're not always gonna be able to play basketball.
When you say stay committed, can you dig a little bit deeper? Because some people might listen to that and say, "Oh, I go to practice and I play in the game." Like, what else does it come? What else comes along with being committed? Like, just
it's got to be a lifestyle. Like, working out, school, eating right. Like, you go to practice, you go whatever, then you go home and eat McDonald's.
Yeah,
that's terrible. Like, you got to go home and put something that's in your body that's gonna refuel it, keep you healthy and stuff like that. Right. So that's being committed to your grind and just staying focused. Like, spending time on your craft.
Yeah.
If you really not, then that means you're half-assing it.
Yeah.
And then another person is giving their all, and they just gonna get better.
So, do you feel like going to practice is just the minimum?
Practice.
Right.
Don't ask Allen Iverson.
Some people go to practice and they really don't. They don't
even do that.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, you really here just showing your face.
Yeah.
Like, and the older you get, it's more acceptable because you're older, so your body can't take a lot of wear and tear all the time. So, like, a lot of veteran players, they go to practice and they just sit on the sideline and ride the bike the whole practice.
Yeah.
While the young people out there really practicing, jumping and bumping each other.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, practice could be beneficial. It just depends on the situation.
An upcoming kid that's like maybe looking at colleges, should practice be the minimum, or practice should just be like, just go all out in practice?
You got to go all out. Like, when I got to UNLV, I wanted to start right away. Like, I didn't want to come off the bench and be behind nobody. And I knew the only way I would be able to possibly get the opportunity, because when nothing guaranteed, is I had to go out there and bust my butt.
Yeah.
And the same mindset I had, other players had. So it was like competitive. So
yeah.
Take, like, for instance, you go out Friday night and then Saturday morning you got an early practice. You went out So you like kind of trying to go through the motions.
Yeah.
But the person you guarding, he had a full night of sleep, ate a good breakfast. He's out here whooping your butt. Your coach is gonna see that, like, nah, I'm gonna play him. Yeah, I'm gonna play him. So you got to be disciplined, like, and committed to your craft and your grind.
Yeah, don't go to practice drunk.
No, definitely.
I did that.
It seemed like
I did that.
Like I've never done that, but I've had teammates that have, and it seemed like the days that happened, like the coach can just sense it.
Yeah.
And that's the worst practice ever. Like, you just be running for stuff you don't even normally do. Like, he just making you run.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all bad.
We just got a couple more questions for you, man.
Definitely.
So, we want to know, would you be a player coach if you got into the coaching career?
A player coach?
Yes.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
A player coach is someone that's more like, that's for the players instead of for the organization. He connects more with the players. He wants to make sure that his team is good, opposed to making sure his administration likes what's going on. Like Coach Carter. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
He was a player coach.
Okay.
So would you see yourself more as a player coach?
Yeah, I think so. Just because that's, as a player, that's how my coaches were with me, and
nice.
It helped me a lot.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And like some of the nuggets they gave me, I feel like you could pass it on. That's the beauty of sports and just life in general. Experiences. They went through some stuff and they taught me, or told me, and I think I can be able to give younger players the same nuggets. Yeah. Like pulling them to the side, like, yo, like, I know you frustrated right now because he's not passing you the ball, but that's okay. Keep working. Like, it's gonna come to you. Or you just missed that shot. Don't get frustrated because you're gonna get another shot. Yeah. Stuff like that. And as a player, like, you need to hear that sometimes because you get so caught up with what's going on in the game. Like I said earlier, you need somebody on the outside to look in and give you, a breath of fresh air. Yeah. So I definitely think I'd be a player's coach. Yeah, and actually you're going to be able to help a lot more kids doing so. Yeah, definitely. And putting them in position to go to the places that they like to go. Yeah, and then finding them colleges and things of that nature, making sure that they can use their talents to get a free education. Yeah, definitely. That's the end goal. You want to get an education, be able to put some money in your pocket, and just by you doing that to them, then some years down the line they can do it to somebody else. Yeah, and then exactly, and everything comes full circle. Love. Yeah. So where can we find you at, man? I mean, I'm everywhere. Yeah, everywhere, like socials. Like, what's your socials? My Instagram is ant_Morris3, and my Twitter's the same thing. Okay. So, yeah, that's Facebook? Pretty much. I'm Anthony Marshall. I check it every once in a while. My parents make me check it. Yeah. Really? Facebook? It'd be too much going on there. Too much tea. Too much tea. I'm not really I'm not into gossip like that. I get enough of tea just following the shade room. Oh, it's all kinds of tea. It's political tea. I believe it. I believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Anthony Marshall, the left-handed legend from Las Vegas, Nevada, went to UNLV, man. Man, we appreciate you coming down today, man. Greatly appreciate you.
I enjoy myself. I had a blast just talking about everything with y'all, and you know what I'm saying? It's rare that people get to do stuff like this, so for y'all to provide this platform for me to come up here and do this, I'm very appreciative.
No, we appreciate you coming over here and dropping them gems for us. Dropping the gems. I hope everybody wrote a few down. Them gems. Nuggets. And, we drop gems, get lives, baby. You know the whole deal, baby. Just think it twice. You ain't thinking twice. You ain't thinking right. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, you got any final thoughts today?
No, man.
Anything like one of your coaches told you one day that just changed your life or just made you look at something a little different that you just want to go ahead and drop for us?
No, I can't think of that. There's so many. I've had a couple of different coaches that always give me pieces of advice. Yeah, so it's hard to just single one out.
Okay. So, you got any final thoughts today, Oak?
I do. Trash talk on the court is very interesting.
Yes.
I'm gonna be looking out for that. But stay committed, and I want to say that staying committed is a lot more than just doing the minimum.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. Most definitely. I most definitely agree. Right. I'd probably say my final thought is this: don't get upset when someone creates a problem, because often when the coach creates that problem, he often has that solution waiting for you in his back pocket. He just wants to see how you're going to handle the problem. If you're going to get frustrated, if you're going to get angry, if you're going to even give up. And then he's going to know how much pressure and what kind of situations he's going to be able to put you in. So make sure to stay composed, make sure to keep practicing, and make sure to stay committed. And the other thing I need for y'all to do is go ahead and commit over to OverTheTopLv.com because we got a nice group of guys that are, and ladies, that are very committed into giving you guys the talent, the painters, the poets, and pretty much everybody under the bright lights of Las Vegas. If they're doing something, we're going to find you, and it's all love. And you know what else I need for y'all to do? I need for y'all to remember, if everybody in the world thought twice, it'd be a better place. Love, baby.